Wow, I'm back. Bit of a hiatus, but Kyle, you can go. Amanda, go with her. In fact, half of y'all could go with Kyle. This season is terrible. The season with Carlton the Witch was better than this nonsense.
Welcome to the Asia Esterak Hour, where film meets conspiracy and pop culture gets a reality check. From sharp recaps to sci-fi theories and media deep dives, Asia Esterak serves it unfiltered. Let the binge begin.
All right. Welcome back to the Asia Esterak Hour. I'm Asia Esterak. I've been on a bit of a hiatus. I apologize. My father passed away March 14th, and I had to go back to LA and take care of all of his affairs. Yeah, it's been hell. Worst shit ever. Anyway, I couldn't do any reviews. So this review of these 3 episodes is going to be very unconventional. I'm just going to give my thoughts on what I've seen. I actually was finally able to catch up this weekend. Um, Enough of the morbid stuff. Okay, so the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 15. This is going to be episodes 13 through 16. I'm not going through each episode. I'm just giving my thoughts on and we keeping it moving. So, number 1, this season is really bad. This is not a good season. This season took way too long to get to the point. And now that the point is here, is this what I was waiting for? Is this what us, the audience members, were waiting for? So basically, we've been in Italy for these past 3 episodes. I'm ready to be done with Italy. Italy's beautiful. Bo's planned a hell of a trip. I'm ready to go. So episode 13, it's their first day and or first episode that we get to see them in Italy. Bo's planned the hell out of a trip. Great job. Basically, every episode is about Dorit or Amanda, or Kyle pretending to be Dorit's friend. Here's my thing, Kyle. You don't like Dorit. You don't want to be her friend. Please stop playing in that lady's face and playing in our face. I think I said that on the last review. Just stop. Another thing I want to point out. So we learned about Erica's DV situation a few episodes ago, and then we've never talked about it again since after the scene with the counselor. I just find that weird because that was such a polarizing moment, and then it's like it went away. I don't know. This season is just not good. It's just very filler, and I feel like we're not getting the Rachel Zoe that we're all anybody that watched the show. This is a different Rachel Zoe. I get it though. It's her first season. Rachel Zoe is dealing with her ex-husband and the new woman that he's dating, who's a lot younger than her apparently, and they had a run-in. I fully don't understand all that, but I just think it sucks that her kids are involved and in the middle of it, especially when they're calling her in Italy upset about this lady. Am I missing something? Maybe I am. I've been dealing with a lot, but did the woman do something to her and the kids specifically? Because I just find it interesting that the kids don't want to be around this chick. Is it like I'm genuinely confused? Like, do they just not like her because she's who their father cheated with? I'm confused. Also, but I get it. I like Rachel Zoe. Um, I'll say this though. I like Rachel Zoe, but there needs to be more for her to do next season. This season is not good. Whoever hired Amanda should be fired. Amanda, I don't know what you thought you were getting on, girl. But okay. So anyway, episode I can't episode 13 had more of the Dorit, her spending money, Kyle, that whole thing. It's Dorit and PK, or it's Kyle being a weirdo with Dorit, or it's Amanda and not understanding how she makes money from her customers by teaching them how to manifest. I don't know. It's repetitive and it's boring and it's not interesting. I kind of feel like if my dad hadn't passed, I probably wouldn't have done every review weekly because this season is just some of the episodes are hard to get through. I'm sitting here reviewing thinking, what am I reviewing? It's the same shit. These 3 episodes to me kind of blended. So anyway, in episode 14, they're still in Italy. They're in Florence now and they're shopping. And basically, this episode becomes all about this comment that Bose makes about Amanda. Number one, Bose, I like you, but I gotta wear you out a little bit. So they're in Florence taking pictures and walking around, and Bose makes this little off-color comment about Amanda, not calling her useless, but whatever what she said wasn't nice, right? She threw a little dig, a little shade, whatever. Out of all the shade thrown on all the entire Housewives franchise, that might have been the lightest shit. The shit that Amanda's been getting has been light. Well, the alleging that she's fraudulent, that's not light at all. That's playing with somebody's money, whether you like her or not. It's playing with somebody's money. So I can understand her being annoyed about that. So basically, Sutton tells Amanda what Bose said. Sutton, what are you doing? What are you doing? So Sutton, it's weird. It's like Sutton is changed a new leaf. I really think her stop drinking just changed everything about her. I mean, that's what happened for me. So I don't know. Good for her. But basically, Sutton is taking Amanda under her wing, which we saw previously. But now you're running back to her, telling her what people like shit people said. And of course, what she heard what Bose said, she didn't take very well because now she's complaining about it and talking about it amongst the ladies. And then, I'll address Bose later. So that chick Natalie, who y'all insist on putting her in every like major scene with all the ladies, homegirl has added nothing. This was the first time she actually did something. So they asked this chick Natalie. I got a new stand by the way, and I feel like it's moving too much, so I apologize. My other one broke, but so Natalie, they asked Natalie, did Bo say that, and she was like, yeah, she mentioned Amanda, but Natalie did say, well, it was a joke, it wasn't really that serious, and that was it. And of course, Amanda, she's so fucking annoying. God, she's a 40-year-old teenager. She's like a 40-year-old 20s teenager. That makes no sense, but it makes all the sense to me. But it's just hella sensitive. Um, but so later on in the episode, of course, she calls out Bose about it. Bose, this is my problem with you, Bose. You're like, I don't remember saying that. Girl, you know you were being catty about her ass this whole time. I'd have been like, I don't remember saying it, but I might have said it because I feel some type of way about you. That's my only thing, Bose. Like, you wait till it's addressed to you in front of everybody. I just didn't like that you. I guess she didn't own it, and she did not. She owned it, but didn't own it because she was like, I don't remember saying that. But you know, you said some snarky ass shit about homegirl. So just say that. I just didn't like that. And I get it. It's TV. It's to create drama. But it was just like, listen, Amanda's annoying. But I want to say this. So in episode 16, 15, 16, I was on episode 15. In the latest episode 16, the fraud allegation stuff starts to come up. And Amanda actually pulls up, she actually Googles Bose because Amanda is under the impression that if you Google her name, none of the cult stuff's going to come up. Girl, bye. Also, hold on. Somebody just called my phone. Sorry about that. Anybody that knows Harry Potter will know that reference. Anyway, sorry about that. So Amanda Googles Bose, right? And basically is reading the talking points about Bose because Bose offers classes too. I didn't realize that until Amanda said that. I was like, oh. And basically, what's being said about Amanda's classes is also being said about Bose's. The vibe that I'm getting is that anyone that offers like motivational classes, or in this case, manifestation. I'm not sure what Bose offers, but I'm sure I'm sure fraud comes up with anything like that. I feel like anything where you're not selling a physical product that you can touch, you know what I mean? Hold in your hand, and it has to do with profit. I think can in some ways seem mythological, you know what I mean? Seem not legit, and could seem like it might be fraudulent or a bit scammy. Who knows? So I get that. My thing is, Bose, I wouldn't be throwing out shit like that unless I knew it to be true, especially on television. And we all know how karma goes, and we know how the reality television game goes. You got a speck of dirt in your past. So, Bose, if you have anything that is not nice in your past, that comes up that has to do with your business, you better believe it's going to come up. That's my only thing. I'm not really a fan. I like Bose, but I feel like she needs to chill on that because the reality is we don't know a whole lot about you. You are spoon feeding us exactly the information that you want. I get it. You're on a TV show. You're playing it. Like I said, my earlier reviews, everybody else is on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Bose is over here playing the fucking challenge. Okay. Homegirl is on Big Brother. She's playing a win. I don't know what she's winning. Winning would be on the show, I guess. I don't know. But she's spoon feeding us. And like this other YouTuber said, um, she treats it like a networking event, and I don't disagree. I like Bose, but I feel like we only know a teeny tiny bit about you. Teeny tiny bit. And it's not good when you're on this type of show and then you're calling out the new lady. Listen, Amanda's annoying, but I think Amanda's harmless. I would say her worst quality is she doesn't shut the fuck up about money. Other than that, she's pretty harmless, honestly. I don't think she's good for this show. I would be curious to see what a second season with her what would look like, but I also don't care. So it's like whatever. Let's get to fucking Kyle. I was late to the Kyle Richards train of her being a fucking asshole. I'll admit it. I've noticed things throughout the years, but for me, I can only speak for myself, and just my interpretation. You know what's funny about you, Kyle? You don't talk about your personal life. You do just enough for people to not totally get on your ass about it. They may get on it a little bit, and then you give the audience just enough to go, well, what are you talking about? I talked about my separation. I talked about my, relationship with Morgan Wade, who apparently she's still seeing. Clock that, allegedly. I read that today on a blog that they were seen in Nashville, and what's her face had her face covered. Okay. Um, I'm like, be careful, Kyle, because Morgan Wade don't seem like she all that either. For her to do all that to you and treat her the way that, or treat you the way that she did according to you, and now you still fucking around with the girl? Are you just doing that because Mauricio is out here living his best life? And I don't think he's really living his best life either. I'm actually sick of him too. I don't ever want to see him again either. Some of these people drink that fame bug and it just goes to their head. And I get that vibe from Mauricio. And Kyle, so the way Kyle treats Dorit, it took me a minute. She treats Dorit the way she would be treated, the way everybody else would treat her if she gave full disclosure about her situation. It took me a minute to realize that. Kyle, you're coming at Dorit the way everybody else would come at you. You ain't shit for that. In this last episode, episode 16, that shit at that last scene at the table, the way she was talking to Dorit I would have reached across that table and knocked your fucking teeth out. Bitch, who are you talking to? You've been nothing but a problem since day one. And I would bet my next fucking paycheck that Kyle Richards has been running back and telling PK shit. I'm almost certain she has. I can't prove it, but I'm 98% sure. Like, why are you going so hard for her? And it's crazy. You're treating her the way you would be treated. And you ain't shit for that. But we know you ain't shit because look how you did your sister. You did your own flesh and fucking blood the same way. I used to really love Kyle. She used to be one of my favorites, but it's like, and it's funny because I referenced the chick Carlton who was the witch. I understand why Carlton was coming at her the way that she did. Carlton was not letting Kyle's ass off at all. Her name was Carlton, right? I believe it was. Anyway, that was my half-assed review of these 3 episodes. I just don't feel like a whole lot has happened. We still don't know how Amanda makes her money. We just know she offers classes, but we don't know what those classes entail. Sutton is Sutton Brown. Erica is Erica Jane. Had a bit of a DV issue. We've never heard it about again. We still don't know what's going on in Kyle's personal life. I'm tired of her annoying soon-to-be ex-husband. And basically, it's the Amanda, Dorit, and sometimes Bose show with Rachel Zoe sprinkled in and out. Am I missing? Oh, and Jennifer Tilly, baby. And Natalie. Who is Natalie? Anyway, I apologize for this being so late. I'm gonna try to get better. My dad's passing was just a huge shock to the system. But he would want me to be consistent. I can hear him right now. You better be consistent, Asia. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thanks for watching, subscribing. Let's see how the rest of this season turns out. But Atlanta's coming. Atlanta is coming. Anyway, be nice to each other. Stay warm. Stay hydrated. And I'm gonna go return these videotapes.